What's good, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude, back at you with another full review of a brand new release here in 2025 of a brand that has been releasing some very unique fragrances lately, and I really enjoy that about it. Whether or not they're like crowd favorites or not doesn't really matter. I just like that they're trying something different, and so you can't really fault them for trying that. And the note of fig has really been real popular this year, especially so far. There's been like 6 or 7 new fig fragrances, and fig is something that people either love or hate. And so that's what this fragrance is. With that said, this is Dolce Gabbana's Light Blue Capri in Love, my full review. Before we get into it, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Everybody hit that like, comment below. Let me know if you've tried it out, what you think. I already know it's all over the board. I have people who said they love it. I have people who said they really despise it. My wife said it's okay. She never said anything about like loving it. She said it smells nice. If I wore it, she'd think I smell nice. But let me give you the note breakdown since it is the full review. The top notes are black pepper and fig, mid notes are C notes and aromatic spices, and the base notes are patchouli and woody notes. I could do this review and I could stop it in like a minute. I have been saying that a lot this year, but this one for sure, it is simplicity among all simplicity. 90% of the fragrance is like a peppered fig. And the opening is more so. And yes, as you get to the dry down, you get this woody patchouli mix. And when I say that, it's a woody patchouli with woods. And it has a little bit of sweet and creamy tones, so that might be also coming from the patchouli, but it's definitely there. It's a spiced fig for almost like 3 or 4 hours. So like the main part of the fragrance. And when it comes to the fig, some people were saying, is it a creamy fig? Is it a fruity fig? Is it darker? The fig is actually a bit of both. It depends on what part of the dry down you're in or the part of the fragrance you're in. Because in the first like 45 minutes, it does come off more of that fruity fig that has a slight creamy tone underneath it, kind of like Fico de Amalfi, but doesn't smell like Fico de Amalfi because this one has the aromatic spices that they're talking about. I have no idea what that's talking about, but the black pepper is what you need to focus on. It is literally like you took a fig and then got a bowl of black pepper and just rolled a fig in black pepper. That's what the fragrance smells like, with this kind of fruity tone on top coming from the fig, but the spices are really what's taking over. There's parts of the fragrance that smell. Before I get into that, there is a women's version of the Light Blue Capri in Love. That's actually very good. For me, it's straight unisex, slightly leaning feminine, but I think I like that better the more that I try it. And that's been the way it's been for the last couple of years, even though I really like summer vibes for men too. Anyway, so Light Blue Capri in Love, what we're here for. So again, take that fig, have the spices, have the black pepper. It just literally feels like black pepper with a fig. And then get to the dry down. After about an hour and a half to 2 hours, the fragrance just turns into where the spices dissipate a bit. The fig turns from more fruity into more of a creaminess underneath it, which I also think could be attributing to the patchouli. I honestly don't know at that point in time because it's faint. But then you have a little bit of a green tone, and then you have a slight. It says that this fragrance is still the part of the light blue, the marine. It doesn't really feel aquatic or marine or anything like that. It has slight pieces of it, like an airiness maybe, but it's like it has a slight green tone, slight airiness, so maybe. But this is as far as you could get from the rest of the light blues, like as far as you could possibly get. I like the fragrance. I think that unique fig is very nice. I think the dry down is very easy to wear, but that's like 2 hours in. So if you do not like the original spray, I know a lot of times the original spray doesn't tell the story of the fragrance. As soon as you spray this on, if you don't like it, then you're not going to like the rest of the fragrance until you get to 2 hours. When you get to 2 hours, again, it's just a creamy woodiness, a little bit of a green tone, a slight spice in the background. But at that point, it's just a very easy wear fragrance that has, it's weird, there is a little bit of a light blue tone to the fragrance in the background. Now that I'm smelling this, it's like on the atomizer, it has that feeling. Let me see if it does it on my hand too. No, not really. I may be in the background, but yeah, it's a peppered fig that has like a little bit of an aromatic backbone. Slight green tones. Yeah, it's been the same every single time I spray it. But if you do not like the opening, this does lean a bit more masculine than the other ones, but I'd still say it's like unisex leaning masculine. Then you're just not going to want to like the fragrance. And I already I'm warning everybody now. You're just going to this is not for the everyday average Joe. I can tell you, if you're just a random person out there that doesn't have, you have one fragrance and you walk into the store and you try this, you're going to be like, that stinks. I already know that. This is not for everybody. And so is it personal enjoyment? Absolutely. But there's going to be people that absolutely love it for that unique quality. It does smell like a niche indie style fragrance. It smells like a higher quality. It's a higher quality. And not only that, it has a really nice atomizer built in. This was just added. It's pressurized and controlled now instead of the old ones, which weren't bad, but they just weren't pressurized and controlled. It did make the cap a little bit bigger. I got the small version, but anyway. And then as far as the season, this is a transitional season fragrance. You can wear it in the summer and you can wear it in the cool weather, do whatever you want. But this is I would say 40 to 70 degree best weather fragrance. I wouldn't say that it's something that you want to wear in the high heat. And you can get away with it in the cold. So wear it at your discretion. It seems like it's more daytime than anything. But to summarize, Light Blue Capri in Love, how do I feel about it in total? I think that it's a personal enjoyment scent. Because my wife is just iffy about it, it makes me just like, I mean, it's not something that I'm like overly enjoyed to wear. So I would say I'd give this a 7 to a 7.5. I think it smells nice. Do I think it smells amazing? No, it's just not one of those fragrances that does it for me. But if you're looking for something unique, which you got to give them some bonus points for it. I think the first in the opening, I ranked it like a 8 or something like that. But now that I worn it, it doesn't really spark joy for me. So it's nothing like amazing, but I like the fact that they're doing something unique. Out of all the summer flankers they've released, this is probably going to be one of the least favorites out there, although the bottle's cool. But that is Light Blue Capri in Love. The performance, again, is something that the performance is going to last. It feels like it's going to last like 10 hours because the opening 2 hours is pretty much in your face. It feels like it's pushing out 6 feet, has a beautiful sillage. Once you get to that 2 hours, when you get to that more creamy tone and stuff, it starts to fall a little bit short, and the fragrance does last about 6 to 7 hours, but after that, it's nothing more. If anything, it's a skin scent till about 7 to 8, but I would say on the safe side, you're looking at about 7 hours. But anyway, that is Light Blue Capri in Love. Not overly enthused with it, but I like it, and I know people are going to hate it. I know some people especially are going to hate that. But it all depends on what you like. For me, I think the opening is very nice. I think the dry down's nice, but that's just it. It's nice. It has a unique quality to it, but it doesn't spark joy. That's what you're looking for in fragrances, and for me, it just doesn't do that. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with another one. Peace out.